Smacking y'all with the Yah-Mean of the day. Black folks, you need motivation. You need motivation to get up every day, to do something with yourself, to be creative, to push yourself to the extra limit, to leave a legacy in life. Do something productive. Do something positive to make your mothers, your fathers, your uncles, your cousins, your grandmothers, everybody in your family who's really, really dedicated to you and about you, proud on this earth. All the talent we have as black folks, all the things we can mastermind and build and make things happen, the black magic. Black folks, you need motivation. If you're blinded by the current things that's going on in America today, every day that give us a reminder where our motivation should come from. If you're blinded by that, we need to go back into the deck of cards. See, the 1921 Black Wall Street still exists. Look it up. You need motivation. Alex Haley and the Roots. Look it up if you need motivation. The Tamar Rices, the Trayvon Martins, the Mike Browns, the Breonna Tellers. You need to go back and look at that if you need motivation. All the things we've been through, all the things our people have been through and still going through today. And you still questioning yourself about your worth? You're still questioning yourself about what you can do and bring to society? You're still doubting yourself? We're all guilty of it. We are all guilty of procrastinating. I know I am. But I dig in these carts to get the motivation. I look into my daughter's eyes and get the motivation. The motivation is around you. So when we sit back and say, I need to get motivated, I need an extra boost, we have it all around us every day. But if you don't want to look at the current stuff every day, go back into the files in the history. Talk to your great-grandparents if they're still alive. Talk to them. Talk to elderly family members if they're blessed to still be around. And talk to them about when they wanted to go into a particular bathroom and they say, no, nigger. Your bathroom is over there. That looks like it's in the middle of construction with no fan working, hot as hell. One bathroom stall, dirty, not clean. You need motivation? There it is right there. See, I sit back and I talk to my grandma. My grandma tell me about back in the day when she had to clean up for the Jews, Italian folks, for a side hustle. Clean their houses up. And they were nice. They appeared to be nice. Allegedly, at least they portrayed to be nice. But she always said and reminded me that she was walking on pins and needles. Because they had children. And if God forbid something was missing in that house, it could be the children playing around. It could be the children robbing them blind. But my grandmother was going to take the fall for that. The only black woman that was in the house, a nigger. You need motivation to do out here? After all what our people has been through, your family members, your uncles, your grandfathers who fought in these wars that's not designed for black folks at all, no matter what, we throwing up the country USA. It's not for us. We know that. We know that. That's why it was difficult when the blacks came home and they just fought a war and we strung out on drugs. We in the street. We turned to robbing. We turned to taking people's life because of the mental that we had to deal with. Not only the things that they saw, the blowing up, the bombs, the wars that they were competing on the grounds over there, but it was also the racism. And what did some of the whites become? Attorney generals, top dogs in the law enforcement. This is what I'm talking about here. You need motivation? Get up off your ass today. Put the plan together. Go where you have been talking about going. Invest in something you've been talking about. You have the money sitting right there on your dresser. You have it right there. Do it. We're all about leveling up. You need motivation? Go back and look at the Remember the Titans. Watch that movie with Denzel Washington. Watch Malcolm X. Watch Dr. King documentaries. You need motivation. Remember the Emmett Tills. Remember Rosa Parks and what they told her. She had to go to jail for wanting to be in the front of the bus, a place where we weren't allowed. Y'all need motivation to do something with yourself? These are the people who set the ground for us. These are the people who paved the way for us to be here. And yes, we are still living in racism. We understand that. And it's crazy out here. Right now, the police officer could pull up on me to investigate something, just trying to be in the way. And I can die right here in this car for something that he may think that I am. And now we have to fight for the justice. And it's a good chance that my family may not get anything. So we understand that what we're still in. But some people get too blinded because we have a lot of stuff too today. So we kind of get spoiled and kind of totally forget about that type of stuff. But today, we have a little bit more power than they did back in their day. But it takes us as a village to overcome this. It takes us as a village to overcome this. Young boys out there, youngins, y'all need motivation? Go look those things up that I talked about earlier. The Tulsa Massacre in 1921 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street. Destroying a whole black community. The wealthiest black community. With black-owned businesses. Everybody doing well. Couldn't deal with it. They didn't want it. They couldn't stand it. Blacks together and destroyed it. From May 31st to June 1st, 1921. Look it up, youngins. Y'all on your phones every day. Look that shit up. I guarantee one of you may have the light bulb cut on. And you may not want to slide anymore. Because it's not that deep. You may not want to take out a brother with the same skin color as you. Because now some wounds where you reading that start to affect. They start to open for you. And you realize that I can't do this no more. I can't live like this no more. I got to pick my brother up. I got to pick my sister up. You need motivation? Remember what we go through. That's your motivation right there. Ladies, your motivation right there is when you're told you can't become something in your company unless if you sleep with the boss. That's the only way, because there's no room for women there. Women can't do the job. Women can't be a top supervisor and an overseer in a construction company. The only way you get that is if you sleep with the boss. You pull your skirt down. That should be your motivation. Right there. You got all the degrees, all the accolades, and they're still telling you other things that you have to do to get there. That should be your motivation. That should be your motivation. We have to understand. We have to understand how powerful we are. What did I say in one of my lyrics in Rhyming with Rizz? I said, physical of a Negro to America is underrated. Crazy when we architect the land to generate the paper. We built this shit. And now all of a sudden, we're not motivated to do anything? after all the sacrifices that our people made before us, the elderly family members, our great and great grandparents and ancestors, everything that they have built, that's the motivation you need right there. They left a legacy. The same thing we're building for our children. We're trying to leave them a legacy. We all know we're going to die. But what are you leaving these kids when we do go? You want to leave your kids basically generational wealth and generational wealth up here in the mental. Even if you're not able to leave them the money, you give them enough knowledge to be able to take the ball and create the next level. If you can't do it. Because I understand people are in tough times and circumstances. People are just trying to get by. I don't care what you portray. I don't care how many bags you got, how many poses, how many likes you got. People are portraying an image out here. Don't get caught up in the hype. Do not get caught up in the hype. Instagram is fun. Facebook is fun. And yes, you generate wealth off of there. So if you're on there making money, some of the things got to be real. But at the end of the day, it's all fun. Live your life the way you're going to live it. Tell the story the way you're going to tell it. We're leaving legacies. This is what we are here for. Every day we wake up, we are living in purpose, in a purpose. You just have to find yours. You just have to find yours. And if you did find yours, you have to just build off of it and master it to the highest level, to the maximum, until you check out. Y'all need motivation? Get motivated today. Us as black folks, we are the most talented, smartest, intelligent, strongest people in the world. And we're sitting back, doubting ourselves, not understanding, oh, well, they're going to look at me like this. Bullshit. You want to get motivated? The motivation starts today. Look at what your people been through. Look at what you're currently going through. We're not talking about the stuff that you put the makeup on for a facade. We're talking about the things that's really in your mental right now that you're going through, that you're struggling with. I'm struggling in my mental with all the people that I lost. Over 20 something people, whether close friends, family members, associates, all to murder. All to murder. I'm not even talking about the family members I lost through sicknesses. I'm just talking about murder alone. Coming up in the streets of South Philly, trying to do the right thing, going to college, coming home, have to engage in beefs, whether I started it or I had nothing to do with it. Had to worry about people sliding on me because of association. Not necessarily my beef, but maybe association. Because again, like I said before, I roll with them niggas. Those are all the traumas and the tribulations that I had to deal with. 13 years old, hooping on a crate court. Hit the alarm button. I'm over there by myself. Cops pull up. I'm 13 years old. Shit, I'm short like Gary Coleman now. You can imagine how I was at 13, and they still pulled the gun out on me. As my basketball rolls outside of the train tracks. Yeah, 13 years old. You want to talk about trauma? You want to talk about things that I fight mentally? That's it. But it also make me who I am today. That's why I get up and I rumble. That's why I get up and I give game and I try to be the best that I can be, even when I'm at my lowest moments. So if you need some motivation, you need to go do some research if you're too blinded to see what's going on in your radar today. Motivation. If you need it, go do your research and find out what your people been through and how far we came as a race and culture.
The voice of Rizz!